And welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Era Chapters mod. Last time around, hostilities with the Austrians and the Bavarians started up again because the Austrians decided to declare war on me. I was a little bit complex to why, but then I figured, actually a comment by you guys put forward that I returned all territory to the Austrian except for the Tiroler region. And I held on to that, I guess, too long for the Austrians' liking, and that's why they declared war on me, most likely. Even though I was making good progress in normalizing relationship with Austria to the point we had reached about 15 plus points with them after that. However, that was not enough. And I guess I was a little bit too slow. I should have acted sooner in enacting the war against the Bavarians, and then I would have been able to hand back the Tiroler region to the Austrians, and we could have avoided a second war with them. But that's all in the past right now, as we once again fight the Austrians. What we got today is we're gonna attack and take out the Bavarians completely, leaving it open to possibly even go ahead and sign a peace deal with the Austrians. But that's of course if I'm generous towards the Austrians, which I'm not sure I am. And to showcase this, I am going to start by asking Russia to join our war. The Russians have spectacular amount of money. I'm gonna pay them 5,000, and they're gonna reject that because yes, that seems a little bit low to join the war. How about 10,000 then? That's enough, right? No surprise the Russians have a lot of money. I mean, all of their people constantly rebel against them, so I'm sure they're just hoarding the money for the government and not really spending it any on the populace, as we have constant rebellions going on in Russia in all sort of the areas everywhere, and even some of the areas that have been lost to Austria. Right. So what we're gonna do today is really just focusing on the battle here. Now it is a fort, and we've had problems before with forts like this, the fort that was here. So I'm not entirely sure. We might run into the same problem, which I just like right now realized. But in that case, what I could go ahead and do is I could swing around and attack the army at the bridge, in which case this army would have to come out to fight us to try and reinforce this one, and that's where we would get them, and then it would be an outer assault to actually capture the town. Is there anything else that I need to do? I don't think so. We have this. Yeah, the trade port is up now, and I have set up all the trade that I can. So all of that is fine. Technology is going along. I'm 8 turns away from researching what's it called? Reduced misfires. I'm sure the Russians already have it. Yeah, they do. 50. Maybe I could buy it off them. I think that would make a huge difference. Like 50. Normally, all of these, like 5% here, 5%. Well, though, like the 5 and 10 and or this 5 and 2% for economy and stuff can be really pretty big. But normally, like 2% in accuracy and whatever, that doesn't do that much. Do the Bavarians have anything like that? No, they have not. Weak and destitute. Yeah, I'd imagine that since I crushed your army in Prague. I wonder if I could buy that off the Russians, because that would like immediately do a huge difference. And the thing though, the French have it. That's a question. The French don't have it, but they have more. We are equal in technology. They're slightly better at the social technologies, like they have democracy. I think gaining something like the percussion cap or reduce misfires would be a huge thing. How much would the Russians go ahead and part with that? 10,000. No, it's a really good technology, isn't it? And I think my tactic of moving up quickly with my troops firing would potentially actually work. How much am I willing to pay for this? To get it right now. To deal with the barbarians. I also did go ahead and check the fire rates after last episode. The barbarians don't actually have the same fire rate as me. But the thing is, the changes in between the countries that have needle rifles, which is the Prussians and the French, should really, I guess, be the Bavarians as well. The change in between there isn't that big. Like the ones that have the percussion cap muskets, they fire at 5 points longer range. The increased fire rate of the needle rifle in here is only 10 points. So most of the countries have a fire rate of 40, while the Prussians and the French have 50. So it would be for all the other countries, for every 4 shots they fire, we would fire 5. So it's not like a huge difference. Let's offer them 25, so half of what I have saved up here. Right, they don't agree. I don't think they're gonna relinquish that, which makes sense because it's a huge advantage. 50%. That's big. I'm gonna go in. We're gonna see about if we can fight it. If we fight it as a siege battle, that's gonna be crazy because they have that's gonna be a disaster for the Bavarians. And it's gonna work really well for me. So yeah, their force, as I already suspected since the last video, because they have cavalry, cannons, and the fusiliers. One thing that I noticed that I was looking around on the fire rates, like the light troops and the Jaegers. I can understand the Jaegers having a lower fire rate because they have like 25, 26. So almost half of what the normal musketeers have. But the light infantry also has the low fire rate. I think they have a little bit better, so they have like 30. But I thought that was kind of crazy that they would have such a big difference there in fire rate. Because the light troops, they don't have rifles, so they don't have really the range or anything. So and they're I don't think their accuracy is about what, 10 points higher, which isn't that much big to make that much different, especially since they're about half size, or about half size of a regular musketeer unit. So it doesn't make that big of a difference. Right. Let's go ahead and see if this works, or if we're gonna have to do the workaround and attack the army to the north there to lure the troops out of their fortress. Right, that didn't work, obviously. I guess what I think it is I think there's like a new no fort thing that's actually part of the mod, but for some reason that has not activated for me, which is annoying. So we're gonna move then to the bridge. This is gonna be interesting because they are gonna be reinforced. This is potentially be quite an interesting battle. Now, it's a river crossing battle, so this army of 3,000 men is gonna get absolutely destroyed. The interesting bit is going to be the fact that they're gonna be reinforced from my side of the river, so I'm gonna get the big army reinforcing from behind, and it's gonna be cavalry. And we know that cavalry has quite the tendency to actually, you know, they do, like it's specifically set up in the mod, that cavalry attacks are stronger and they do significant amount of damage. So if I'm not able to contain that, that could be quite bad. The interesting thing there is the Bavarians have split their force of 6,600 men, while I have a force of 6,700 in my concentrated force, and I'm gonna try and attack here. They're gonna try and reinforce. It's gonna be the important part for them. Since it's a trickle-in reinforce, I mean, if I find the spot where they come in from, I can isolate that and destroy every unit that comes in there. However, at the same time, that would be, you know, that's kind of breaking the spirit of the game, and also I'm not necessarily think that that would be a good idea, because I want to reduce their army to as close to zero as possible, and the troops in this mod retreat really quickly. So what we could end up doing is doing a lot of like time-consuming work, making a half circle when they come in on the edge of the map, but only ever killing half of every unit, and then having to fight them again for the outer resolve of the fortress, and then losing a lot of men. So it might be better to actually allow them to come in a bit and then destroy them. Possibly even could cross the river, set up on the side where this army was, and then wait for this one to come in, come to the river crossing, destroy them completely, and then just walk into a almost empty town right here. But all of this is planning way out of time. We won't know really until we actually, you know, most plans, especially complicated plans, evaporate as soon as you make contact with the enemy. And so let's go ahead and find out what happens by playing this battle. I've got this halfway progress update. The enemy is not receiving any reinforcements right now, and they refuse to move, so I have to actually cross the river under cannon fire. Oh, now they're starting to move up. For the longest time, I was actually quite surprised. For the longest time, they just stood behind the line. They were not moving forward. Now, though, as it looks like I'm crossing the river now, they are pushing forwards to meet me. Probably should have set up on these high grounds earlier, but then again, they probably wanted me to move forward so they could meet me here. I have moved forward all my troops. One of the things that I noticed very early on here was that my 12-pounders did not reach their 12-pounders, so they were actually firing upon me already here. The first cannon shots landed, and my cannons we're not able to reach the same. I was just saying this was the halfway update. Looks like we're gonna go into battle right away. And they're mobilizing all the musketeers to come at us. I'm gonna have to mobilize the light troops here as soon as possible. I think I'm gonna be sending over the grenadiers first. So I'm gonna get this part of the grenadiers to come over first, and then this second, and then we got the lines. We're gonna get them out of the way of the guns, and then the 12-pounders will set in place, and the howitzers. Now the howitzers, the 5.5-inch howitzers actually have a good range of what's it called? They've got like 650 in range. These 7-pound and 10-pound howitzers, yeah, with the 10-pound, they only have a range of 350. That's really bad range. So I'm gonna have to come really close to be able to fire across the river. We are taking fire and we've lost a gun. Right, the 12-pounders will be ordered to open fire. The guard brigade will move to this side. Cavalry will not. What I should do is I should get one part of it. Let's get the lights over bridge come around as the Bavarians are fighting us here. Right. We're gonna get the grenadiers up and they're gonna start flanking, and then we're gonna get the musketeers up and they will take part of the front line here as we move up. Grenadiers are going to be winded though, so no charges, but good nonetheless. Let's get the howitzers going. Let's start that. This battle didn't, as I said, as first contact with the enemy, our plans go out the window. I did not expect that I would have to set up to fight my way across the... Oh, we're getting bombarded here. Alright, into line. The thing here, though, is the terrain, I think, means that I could probably get quite close before I'd need to fire, which would be good. Let's make sure the hussars are winded. I don't need them over that quickly, but it would be good if they come over. So I'm gonna set their path to come up here, and let's just make sure the troops are not in the way, and then order the howitzers to start the bombardment. Right. Let's spread out. Good. Looks like that prompted the Bavarians potentially to throw in a desperate charge here to make sure we don't get a bridgehead on this side of the river. They are advancing quickly. I'm getting brigade after brigade of infantry coming over here. Let's see. It's only 3. Where's the 4th? There. He's lost in the smoke. Yeah, look at that. They're pushing forward. Get the 2 infantry. The grenadiers. Let's see if I can't hurry the grenadiers a little bit. Can we get another round of the howitzers? Some direct hits in there would be nice. Yeah, the Bavarians keep moving forward here, keep trying to gain ground on the light troops in massed infantry formations. Grenadiers are winded and tired. I've only ever understood it that tired and winded affects the melee capability, but does it affect the rate in which they reload? It should do that, shouldn't it? Right, you just came across the river, but I need you to get up here. Oh, now they're really close. Okay, the Grenadiers are coming up. Are the Bavarians turning to face the Grenadiers?
Our men are running, sir.
Not yet. Well, we hit one of our own, which he's decided to. Yeah, he looked like he was going at the Bavarians, like into them. Is that cavalry? I think that's a general. The Fusiliers have taken a lot of damage. It's time to order them away. And the Musketeer Brigade that just came across will be ordered to open fire. One by one as the Fusiliers pass by.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yes, I do realize this, but let's actually push the infantry up to be in line with the Grenadiers. Okay, this brigade will hold fire. We've got a enemy cavalry unit coming at the Grenadiers. I think it's safe enough to order this one to form into square. There's so much smoke, and since I don't have the did I turn them on? They should have come on a long time ago. Oh, now the map is gone again. That could have been nasty. Oof. A little bit too close to my own line there. Don't have great range. Yeah, they've moved out of range for the... Am I what the crap is that? That must be enemy, must it not? Or is that friendly fire? Okay, cannons hold fire. Now their cavalry is joining in. Let's see, my hussars have come across. And they're fresh and encouraged. Move through
the men
here
are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
The guns. Looks like we've got the Bavarians where we want them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to order rounds strike right there. Similar, I'm going to order artillery strike from the guard cannons to fire there, so hopefully they'll fire above my own troops. And hopefully bounce some shots into the cavalry. Looks like the Bavarians are on the run in largely. Right. Cavalry and so on. My hussars are now in position. We do have one enemy dragoon unit right here. We're gonna order in the 2nd Brandenburg with the 10th Hussar trying to come in on a flank, and then I'm gonna order Dragon Chen to start striking the guns. So we're gonna move around like that. Oh, that must be the enemy reinforcements then. I think it's most important to get these 12-pounders right here. And right, this is what's left of the enemy arm on this side. And the enemy is coming up right there. I still have cavalry on this side. And we do have the elites. And I do have one infantry brigade. We'll turn those around. Let's see. I sandwich this unit. Oh, no, don't! Jesus Christ. That could have gone a lot
Our
worse
men are running, sir.
if I didn't stop them there. They could have taken out their entire bloody unit. Dumbasses. Oh, hold. About to get charged by the 4th Cavalry. Got in a flank, however, they're going to get shot to pieces. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the cavalry here, otherwise they're gonna commit suicide. I wonder how many hussars we lost due to those idiots deciding to jump over these obstacles.
Our
right
general
here.
is under attack.
The general? That's... oh shit, he is under attack. It's not one of those where a bullet passed 6 miles away. He's actually under attack. Oh my god, come on. Stay away. I have a single unit here. Okay, so I need to focus on this side now. Okay, so the general survived.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
I don't think I will be able to get up on the hill right now anyway, so we'll stay below it. What I do need to do is I need to turn the guns around. And then I'm gonna place the cavalry on the flanks. Oh, I didn't notice they were still there. I thought it was... oh, wait. Wait for him to get closer and our troops to pass a little bit more. Now, when there's basically free. And then the elite is about to set up just now anyway, so I don't need to control it that much on that side. And then, alright, let's organize this to finalize the defeat of the Bavarians on this side of the river. And then I need to start moving troops back across the river. The hussars are back. Alright, make up for the fact that you lost so many men by capturing, within quotation marks, all the retreating Bavarians. Oh, he did strike the Grenadiers. However, he's got good support from the rest of the army. He should be fine. They're coming in somewhere over there. I could roll these guns to that hill and fire from there. And then the howitzers could be set up to fire somewhere along here. Let's see. Oh, did I not order you to run? Oh, very tired. Tired. Charge them! Play into them! They're exhausted by now. Let's organize you to head back then. Musketeers. Musketeers, soft cone. Right, Grenadiers. Heading back as well. I might forget to tell these guys to fire at will later on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that everyone's on fire at will. And gotta keep an eye here. Maybe not send the hussars. Send those two here. And then you can chase down those. They're gathering up a bunch of cavalry. Preparing for maybe more of a proper attack here. I do note there's a cavalry unit, or not a cavalry unit, a cannon unit. He's leaving the field. Prudent choice. Gotta keep an eye on this guy so they don't follow the retreating troops across these spikes again. And I get loads of losses once more. Howitzers could be a little bit dangerous. They fire at a pretty shallow arc. So not only could they fire straight through our own lines, inaccuracy of the guns probably means that we could fire right into them as well. Once I get the 12-pounders up here, that will devastate all this cavalry. Cannon shot is very effective against that. And we're gonna put the dragoons to make sure that they don't attack the guns. So Forcum, Queen's Chosen, 4th Lindstrom, and the 5th Dragoons. Right. The cavalry's advance is being checked by the howitzers. Not entirely sure why you don't want to fire. Earl up, wait. I think that's the heavier gun as well. Should hopefully do more damage. They're slowly walking forward, wanting us to fire a shot before they are within good and effective range. Given though the high fire rate. Oh, you know what? What's going on here? Fine. They're fine. Alright, chase down those. And now we completely missed the devastation of the cavalry. It was to force back. Cavalry isn't going to do much in a fort battle, but are they going for my dragoons? Oh, now the enemy's cannons are brought into play. Then we need to activate the dragoons instead and make an attack on that position. I'm gonna bring in the heavy cavalry as well. And since they organized the army the way they did, that means there's no more cavalry coming. Which means I'm gonna order all my infantry to now close in. We're gonna move the howitzers up, and I don't need to move the 12-pounders over to that hill. I can move them over to this hill instead, and then we're gonna get the rest of the army over the river. Alright, one by one, their artillery pieces just march into the cavalry, getting slaughtered. As soon as we see light troops though, I'm gonna start pulling back. I'm gonna make sure though
must rest away.
that the cavalry destroys all the guns. And like destroy them. It could be that the Bavarians are now ordering them as soon as they come into the field to order them to leave. Yes, they are. God damn it. So once my troops actually come within fire range, then the Bavarians actually do make an effort to fight us. However, they probably, they should have continued their strategy of leaving as soon as they turned up on the battlefield, because this is just going to cause casualties for them. And as we can see, they're forced to leave anyways because of the just the sheer amount of casualties that we are inflicted on them here. But there we are. That's the battle of the Bavarian capital. At this rate, the secondary battle of actually taking the town is going to be an out-resolve. His result of the battle, we deployed about equal sizes actually. Well, there's only 20 men difference. 6,725 on my side, 6,704 on their side. I lost 1,100 men, while the enemy lost exactly 3,800 men. I have an army remaining of 5,600, while they have roughly 3,000 men remaining. However, those 3,000 is split, of course, in between the troops that are caught on the northern side of the river and those on the southern side that are able to retreat to the capital. So while they still have 3,000 men after the battle, maybe 1,500 of those are the ones that are able to get back to the capital. Also interesting here, I do note now when I see it, the enemy killed 820 of my men, but I lost 1,200. I killed almost 200 of my, or 400, 300 something of my own men. That's quite high. Quite high indeed. That's 250 of my own. Draggy Chen is the one that killed the most, followed by one of the lifeguard battalions, followed by another hussar, followed by life, and then the 7-pounder howitzer actually killed more, and then we've got the special grenadier battalion, and as we go down, so and so, 23rd, which is Yongban, I believe. And we go down. Right. Let's go ahead and see what we actually have. So, to the north, army more or less destroyed. Here is what's remained. Oh, not all troops deployed. Or, I guess these were the troops that were able to get away because they retreated so quickly. It looks like they did that with cavalry as well. I just didn't notice it. 4 units of dragoons never took part in the battle. And then they were able to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the Fusiliers. Since their resupply is so high, if I let them go without sieging them, they will completely replenish in one turn. Looking at this as well, it's not a clear-cut out-assault, is it? It's slightly in my favor. If I out-assault, there's a high risk of my army potentially getting destroyed. And if I... Can I pull in troops to make this more even? I can call in 1,000 extra men. That will not make a huge... did not make a huge difference. But it would mean that I've got 6,600 against their 4,500, which would make the out-assault a little bit easier on my side. The thing, though, is, of course, because the castle battles crash, we're not going to be able to play the battle. So it's either out-resolving or just laying siege and waiting for them to slowly perish, or you know, finding another way to try and get them out. Could starve them, then for actually if I move away from one turn, they're gonna replenish so quickly that that won't work really. Also calling in another stack, no one's really close to get here within like a reasonable amount of time. Can I call in? We have troops in Stuttgart as well. I can call in on them to make the outer assault more in my... It didn't change that much at all, did it? But I now have a reinforcement of 2,300. You can't see it there. It might be 3,000. I think it's 2,000. 2,381 men in reinforcement. So now we're up to what? Close to 8,000 men ready to attack their 4,000 with cavalry and so on. Plus we've got cannons, they don't. Should be an easy battle even if they have a fort. But right, I've prepared enough. Let's go ahead and see if the outer assault works. Otherwise, I'll have to work around this stupid fort one way or another. And the outer assault worked! I deployed, as I said, close to 8,000 men. The enemy had 4,500. Ended up losing 1,500 men in storming of the fort. And no friendly fires. Grenadiers were the ones to do the most here. They gained such... I mean, sometimes I don't get this. It seems like in out-assault they gain more experience, or this unit gained... He went from 2 to 5? Or is that 6? I think it's 5. So he gained 3 points for killing 172 while losing 126. I don't see how that works. This one lost... I mean, killed almost as much, but didn't lose anyone, but gained nothing. So I don't... Sometimes I wonder how this works. Or maybe these... I don't know. The most important thing, though, is that we took the fort. And since I've occupied everything else, we're gonna continue occupying. I was thinking maybe areas that are kind of behind the line. Or I thought about it just now. Areas that are kind of behind the line, like the Saxons and the Bavarians, I could have made them vassals just so that when we go to war with France, we could potentially have Bavarian armies and Saxon armies moving through and aiding us. But, you know, banking on the AI doing that is a tall order. The area is very... oh yeah, this is gonna be a very unhappy area. Plus the Bavarians as well. Or, not Bavarians, the Catholic! That's what I meant. I will gain more money from a merchant house. But how much happiness do we gain from the secret society? 3+, that's not a lot. I'd rather gain the money then. We'll probably get more from reducing the classical university to ash. Although I can use it to put to good work on some technology. We're almost working everything. Looks like we're gonna be able to get a lot of the tech tree for the military one. And we probably get all of this before we fight the French. But I think as soon as possible, actually, I want to fight the French. As soon as I get percussion cap. Or, I mean, we don't use percussion cap. We use needle rifles. I don't... It's an odd name. But minus 50% misfire chance for gunpowder weapons is huge. Once I get that, we almost kind of immediately want to go against the French. And I think what I want to do is we're going to use the Belgian strategy, right? Because there's such a vast distance between this and this region, I want to be able to move in through the Belgians. Now, I'm confident that I will be paying off the Belgians so that I can march through this and then attack it, so I don't have to fight them. But it could be that I fight them. Currently, the Dutch are at war with them, as well as the Russians. They are allied with the French. Oh, and the British! Okay, since the British are involved, I cannot declare war on them. I'm not gonna tangle with the British Navy. Who is the British at war with? They're still war with Spain. Although the Spanish has pushed them out of Spain proper. They've yet to retake the islands though. And, I mean, Gibraltar, I don't know what's going on there. But the Spanish pushed the British out. Could be that the Spanish are putting in some good work then. Because at the start of the campaign it looked like Spain were done for. The British were able to quickly capture a lot of their territories. Right, with this, as much as I would want to send my spies and take a look at the French, we are still at war with the Austrians. And the thing though is, like, do I really want to fight the Austrians? Not really. And I can leave the Russians to do that. Right now it would be complete total diversion to fight the Austrians. So what I could do is I could just hand the Austrians back the territory they want, namely Prague. You get Prague back and you get the Tiroler Innsbruck region back, and then we call it quits. How about that, Austria? You dumb idiot. I just called the Russians in and then I immediately signed peace treaty with the Austrians. I wonder if the Austrians would go for it. I also need to sign peace treaty with the Ottomans. I mean, it's pointless fighting them. I need to prepare to fight the French. But the thing is, we must make sure that there's a lasting peace with the Austrians. Because I don't want to get backstabbed by them when I'm fighting the French. Because I think the French is going to be a real challenge. From what I've seen of their armies. Let's see, Austria, you dumb piece of... How about that? Could I get some technology off you? No, I don't want to. What do you say about that? Would that be fine? The thing is, right now, they're mighty and rich, so their army is actually weak, and they don't have that much money. Because I feel like if I give them that, they'll just be able to rebuild the amount of cash and arms, and they might come again. Maybe I should continue the war and cause mayhem for them. Eventually I'll still have to give, I think I'll give back the territory to them, but what if I create like Hungary and whatever other nations I might be able to create, or just leave areas for rebels to swarm or something. At the same time, you know what? Let's just sign a peace deal with them, right? So I'll hand over the territories that you want, your original core regions. We'll add a trade agreement to that, and trade. Now it's just trade. I'm gonna hand these regions to you. Trade agreement. How about that? They agree, and my armies retreat, and we are currently indifferent. Territorial expansion is minus 100. State gift is 94. And then national leaders are not respected apparently. 9+. I can get that up to 15+ if I give them a little bit of China. So now we're friendly. Ultimately though, the way to keep them from declaring war on me is to sign a peace deal with the Ottomans, but also ultimately ally with them. So that, in that sense, it was actually stupid of me to... it was a bit too much asking the Russians to go ahead and declare war on them. At this point, what I would like to do is, if there was an option for asking people to, you know, mediate peace with people. But then again, there's this total war. It's not exactly total war to negotiate peace deals. The Ottomans, though, can we not see a peace deal? I feel like technology, the AI does not respect technology in terms of that. We're gonna hand over a little bit of money. Actually, let's start by seeing if we can just get a white peace with nothing. No, of course not. We're gonna sweeten the deal a little bit. 16,000. How about that? The only thing that really happened in this war was that I sunk their very, very outdated navy. What? You still want to continue the war even after that? That's crazy. The thing is though, I just need peace. I just need peace. I don't need any of this. I don't need... I can ask for military access from Austria, send troops through and liberate or conquer areas of the Ottomans. But it's a sideshow. It's a sideshow. We need to prepare to fight the French. There, it worked. I just had to pay them a lot of money, and we're gonna gift them something as well. Now everyone's friendly. Everyone likes me. The Austrian don't like me as much, but hopefully we don't have to worry too much about these people anymore. What we'll do is oh, look at that, it's rebellion. We will prepare to fight the French, and hopefully by the next episode that is what we'll do, rather than reigniting conflict with the Austrians. At this point we hold, I don't know what the Austrians want in terms of territory, but at this point I feel like we should, the Austrians have enough on their plate as it is, being at war with the Italians and the Russians. A two-front war. I don't think they're gonna open it up against me again when I'm constantly trying to improve relations. I get a grip, Austria. There's a reason why you're not the leader of the Germans, and I am. Right, so we have all the victory regions. The only thing we need to add on is deal a mighty blow to the French. And I think the goal will be to conquer Paris, right? That's it, conquer Paris. So I'll take Strasbourg, we'll take Riem, and we'll take Paris. And once that's done, the campaign will officially over. In between the episodes here, what I'm hoping to do is I will set the 3 provinces up front here into war provinces with high replenishment and so on, and then I will reorganize this army together with Holzer's army. That's Lichtenberg. Where's Holzer? Holzer is over here. Reorganize them, and then we'll set 2 armies to come through here, 2 armies to come through here, bada bing bada boom, and then boom, the siege of Paris. Hopefully that is how it will work out, and we will be gold. I did notice here there's 16 million people in Paris. There's only 1.7 in Berlin, but I think it's because Paris basically includes the province of all of France. Same with how London is all of England in their province. 7.6. I do note though that both the French and the British are kind of starving. Most people are actually losing population, but with my generous tax benefits to my people, I'm gaining population. Currently I've actually even exempted the home region or my capital region from tax. We're gaining 103 wealth every turn, which means that I've gathered up a wealth in the region of 9,200, over 9,000. Still nowhere near the British at 13,000, but I'm gaining on them. And with that said, it's high time to end this episode. So, I'll be saying, like I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!